Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Making disciples of all nations from here to the world. Spirit
94.3. All right. Welcome in, everybody, as we get rocking and rolling here on a... Okay, you want to say it? Marvelous Monday. It is.
Marvelous Monday.
Oh, there we go. All right. I knew it was in there. The Marvelous Monday. Welcome in, everybody. Rick's over here looking at... Sorry, Rick. It's ladies first, and I've always said hi to... I've been saying... I realized something this morning, Kaye, that was really important. That I've been saying hi to Rick first. And how dare I? Because ladies first.
Well.
Just well. Anyways, good to see y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome in.
Why, thanks.
It's
How
good. I'm wonderful. Great to see y'all. How was the weekend, Kaye? Good to see you.
It's a good weekend.
Great weekend. What did y'all do this weekend?
What we do every weekend, work.
Yeah. We went to the circus in town. And when you think of circus, we watched Dumbo the night before to prepare.
Oh.
Although that's a circus full of animals.
You know, that movie's very old.
Well, we watched the newer, the real life. Well,
I haven't seen that.
The CGI one, whatever. And I want to say something real quick. This is important this morning. I'm going to tell you something here on this Marvelous Monday. If you can get your children to stay focused on anything for more than 5 minutes, you've won. They stayed focused, Kaye, for almost 2 hours. It was the constant change of things that they did at this circus that was unbelievable. And it was in this little tiny tent. You know, you think of a circus, what do you think? The big red...
The big top.
The big one. Big top circus. Big top circus. This was little blue top.
I didn't even know there was a circus in town.
Yeah, they didn't really... the reason I found out about it, we were getting barbecue downtown, and there was the flyers that said free. I think y'all had them. I think there was some at the school too, but I guess they just went around and handed them out around town. And I was like, oh, free tickets. But then in the fine print said buy one, get one free. But it wasn't bad. It was only $20 or something. And children under 3 and under were free.
Oh, I would have been in.
They had a VIP area. It was like $160. And trust me, let me get to this real quick. I'm going to tell you why that was important. One, we didn't pay $160. But we just got the general admission. When we walked in, it was bleachers. Not comfortable bleachers either. And then
I've never seen a pair of bleachers that were comfortable. So
yeah, that's why all the parents at the baseball games, they bring those real heavy duty, the recliner seats and all that now. Seat backs. Mm-hmm. Well, so I'm sitting there waiting. Bridget takes the children to get their face painted, and all of a sudden people start, and I wanted that first row on the bleachers. I'm like, I'm not getting up high with the children because there was a lot of gaps in between. It could have not been good. Well, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden people just start to fill in. Even though I have my hands like this, they're trying to get as close as they can to my hands to fill that first row. I was like, oh no, we're going to run out of seats, and I can't. I asked people, like, hey, can you save this? And one lady, sure. Well, I guess she kind of forgot because other people started filling in, and I didn't want to be rude and be like, we need those seats. Long story short, the kids get their face painted. The children get their face painted. And then I decided to go back to that ticket guy. I said, hey, dude, there's a lot of these free or these VIP seats, and the VIP are like right up against it. I said, there's a bunch of these that are just no one's sitting at them. I said, what would it cost extra for me just to, because they were in groups of 4. Perfect. Yeah. Four in our family. I said, what would it cost for me to move up to these seats? He's like, just $20. So for $20 extra, man, we got comfortable. They were comfortable seats. And we had a front row show to that circus. And the children absolutely loved it, Kaye.
That's great.
So that's what I wanted to start with this morning.
Can't believe you went circus without me.
I know. Well, Rick and I, Kaye, as you know.
I would have kept you.
Rick and I bring the circus wherever we go. That's right. What is Ambassadors next, by the way?
Tuesdays from now.
Okay, perfect. Well, hey, we are here on this marvelous Monday. Time now is 7:39. We want to welcome everybody in. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we want to help get your week started out on a positive note. And I wanted to share a positive story just to lift everybody up this morning, let you know that there's always some fun opportunities to hang out with the family. We had the best time. Honestly, we've done a lot together. To me, that was the best family thing that we've done yet since we've had children.
So there were no animals. What did they do?
They just did different acts. Balancing act. They had one of those big wheels that they get inside of and run inside. And then, and I thought, okay, that's cool. Well, then he jumps outside of it and starts swinging on it while it's going around. And they did that. They did juggling. They had dogs in a little train.
Aren't dogs animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I guess that was the only animals they had. They had dogs. And they trained them, and they rode them up in a little train, and so they got out and they did tricks. That was really fun. There was a lady that did balancing. She had like a sword with fire on the end of it. She balanced it on her chin, balanced all sorts of objects. They just did just random acts. They even had some comedy in there that was fun. It was funny. Samantha Havard was there, and her husband and their little girl, and they got Samantha up there to do something with them. So that was pretty funny as well. So she had a good time. But it was fun. It was a good family-friendly time. So, well, hey, we are here. Let us know that you're out there. Many are already chiming in this morning. Send us a text message at 936-339-0139. You can always text us again, 936-339-0139, or comment in on the social media streams. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and many other platforms. Underwriting support for this show is made possible in part by Elliott's Jewelers. Their website is online at elliotsjewelers.com, by appointment only, and also Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, 3 locations here in Huntsville. Their website, tomorrowspromise.info. We do have a great show lined up today. Our friends from the Texas AgriLife Extension Office will be here to talk about an upcoming fundraiser for the 4-H Club, and we'll continue to celebrate all things good happening here in Huntsville. And Kaye, if you're okay with it, I know we're kind of jumping right into things, but it is Monday, and that always means it's time for something that we get to do now. 29 weeks into this, Rick, if you can believe that. 29 weeks into what, Rick?
I was thinking to say 29 weeks is more than half a year, and we're not at a half a year yet. But we didn't start in January.
No, we did not. So we do have a great segment. We always like to do this, and we're just going to hop in because I want this one to absolutely be over the radio. But it is our segment to uplift and encourage people, to give them a little inspiration and motivation here on this marvelous Monday. It is time for Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning. Kaye, what do you have for us today?
So stop comparing your journey to someone else's. Comparison is exhausting, and honestly, it steals more joy than we probably realize. It's so easy to look around and feel like someone else is further ahead, doing better, accomplishing more, or handling the life more gracefully than we are. Social media makes it even worse sometimes because we end up comparing our real life to someone else's highlight reel.
Yeah.
Robin Sharma talks about staying focused on your own path and not getting distracted by outside noise. And I think that's so important because the moment we start measuring our worth against someone else's journey, we lose sight of our own growth. You were never meant to live someone else's life. You were meant to live yours. Comparison, why it holds us back. Comparison creates discouragement. Instead of celebrating progress, we focus on what we're lacking or what we think we're lacking. Comparison distracts us from purpose. When you spend too much time watching what everyone else is doing, you lose focus on what you are supposed to be building. Comparison ignores the full story. You rarely know what someone else has struggled through, sacrificed, or overcome. What you usually see is only a small piece of reality. So, your comparison-free challenge for the week. Celebrate your progress. Write down 3 ways you've grown in the past year. This helps shift your focus back to your own journey. Limit your comparison triggers. Pay attention to what leaves you feeling discouraged or less than. This protects your mindset and confidence. And run your own race. Focus on what your next step is instead of someone else's finish line. This creates clarity and peace. Someone else succeeding does not mean you are failing. There's room for all of us to grow. And the final thought this week, stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline. Your journey is unique, your growth is real, and your timing does not have to look like anyone else's to still be meaningful. Keep your eyes on your own path, and that's where your purpose is.
There's, as always, one reason I love these is there's always a lot to digest. And, boy, I think I was looking at something, Kaye, yesterday on Facebook, and I think I got on Facebook in 2005. That's 21 years, if you can believe that, how fast time goes. And back in the day, Facebook used to say, it was weird because people wouldn't post like a full thing. It would say like, I am thinking whatever, and then you would type in like the remainder of the sentence. So if you go back and look at your posts from 2005, they don't make any sense because there's like nothing at the beginning of them. It was really weird. But I started to see memories and things pop up. And one of the things that popped up was Mental Health Awareness Month, that it reminded me, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so many struggle with mental health problems. In fact, there was a story that just came out of a young man who took his own life that's fairly close to this community in some ways. And there's obviously mental health involved in that, and it's terrible. And I think when we look at social media, boy, how many times, and I don't mean to be, but even I get guilty of this, of like, boy, I wish I could do that, or I wish I was there. And there's nothing wrong with saying a quick, man, that would be cool. But what happens is what you talked about. When you start dwelling on that and try to start comparing, boy, you open up a whole Pandora's box of things that can really start conflicting in your mind and can really start to, I mean, there's no other phrase, mess you up. And you've got to be careful of that. You know, I think about that a lot, Kaye, of how much social media plays into all of that.
Well, there's lots and lots of studies that show that the more you're on social media, the more depressed you are. And a lot of that is from seeing everybody else's success and then comparing yourself to that.
Yeah, and one thing that you read in this, and it's so good, and it's a message for all of us, that a lot of times we see the end result of the hard work, especially if we just meet somebody, right? If we just meet somebody out of the blue that's very successful, we don't know the whole story of how that success started. And unfortunately, and I'm fairly positive on this show, but I just want to be real and honest with people that so many times it's easy, and we live in a world now that it's, I want it now. The old commercials, my money and I want it now.
J.G. Wentworth.
That's Rick singing out of the window, okay, you know? But the truth is, there is so much that goes on behind the scenes to get to that. I mean, I think about business owners and those in nonprofits like you guys with the school, and you think about all the 28 plus years of hard work that has went in and still developing and tweaking and growing. And that's true for any business. You know, I think about grocery stores, and we're not promoting them. I'm just stating facts. But a store like H-E-B and the tremendous success that they've had, they started in a little beat up warehouse, little feed store looking building, general store in Kerrville, Texas, 100 plus years ago. And look at the success that they've had. I think about churches, you know, as we're here on Spirit 94.3, I think a lot about every church had to start somewhere, and you see smaller churches and you see very large churches, and all of them play a vital role in the Christian faith and the people's lives. And some of those churches that have had great success started out with nothing. You think about that. You know, my old church in Georgetown, they started out in our pastor, and I'll just say this because we're talking about it. You know, our pastor, as they grew, people would come and criticize about, well, look at this and look what they're, and he always gives credit to the Lord for how the church had grown. But they don't realize the sacrifice of that family and what they did for many, many years. You know, he had a little beat up Nissan truck, and they'd go eat at McDonald's every day. I mean, it was, they were living, I don't want to say paycheck to paycheck, but they didn't have money coming in. I mean, they were struggling, but he stayed faithful, and that church grew, and the ministry provided a sufficient income for he and his family to where they could, could actually pay bills and not have to depend on barely scraping by. And I remind people that I said, you didn't know him 30 years ago when they came to this community. And, there's a phrase my dad say that I won't repeat on the radio, but he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And, but he's given the Lord credit all the way. And I think it's a really important one this morning, Kaye.
Well, the thing is very few of us are ever born with that silver spoon in our mouth, so to speak, where, the trust fund baby and stuff like that. Very, very few people are ever born into that kind of wealth. And the other thing is those people that are, generally that generation or the next generation, they have nothing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't earn it, you don't respect it.
We have a friend joining us this morning on the social media feed, Mike Heap, here in our community. Great man. Know him fairly well, and he's doing great things here in Huntsville, and just a motivated, professional young man doing awesome things. But I like what he said, Kaye. He said, everyone thinks the grass is always greener. But I like this. Here's what he says. But you never know what fertilizer is over there.
That's true.
Yeah. And I like how he put the fertilizer in quotes this morning. So just be mindful of that. And, something that I've been mindful of is, man, just be, and I know we're talking, I don't want to go off on a different trail because, we're talking about comparing our journey to someone else's, but that's what the focus is today. But man, if you notice anybody out there that's going through something, reach out to them. Reach out to them. I've lost several people that I know, and one, a fairly close friend, that took his own life. And I remember them always talking about, well, boy, I never had that. And they were always comparing themselves to what others had versus what they didn't. And you can try and encourage people, and that does make a difference, but at some point there has to be some professional help that's involved. Somebody has to get involved at a professional level. And there are days, Kaye, that I wake up and I say, man, did I do enough? And I can't live in that life of regret, because I think we can all get stuck in that loop if we're not careful. That we all know of people that something has happened to somebody, and we think, boy, if I would have just left the house 5 minutes earlier, that would have, those kind of thoughts. You can't allow that to captivate you. But this is a Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's an important month. And I want to encourage people, don't compare yourselves to others. Instead, work with others and talk with others and help each other. I know it's such an easy message to say, but it's so hard to do. And you can't compare your journey to someone else's. I think it's an important message today, Kaye, for sure. Absolutely. So that is your Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning. And those are always online, by the way, at hellohuntsvilletx.com is where you can go back and catch up on all of those. A really, really important one today. Rick, was there anything in that? I'll just talk to you real quick. We'll take a break here in a moment. Our friends from the 4-H are here. But is there anything from that stood out to you this morning?
Oh, yeah. I agree with it wholeheartedly.
I was looking, the one thing that I really like this, Kaye, you always have the focus challenges for the week. And one is to run your own race. Now, how many times are we trying to get in somebody else's race and run that race?
You mean try to keep up with the Joneses?
Yeah.
Well, that's my son-in-law, so we're okay.
I don't know many Joneses now that I think about it. But, yeah, I don't know many Joneses, but I know the phrase. But yeah, just stay in your lane and and focus on running your race. And most importantly, and here's the key to all of this, most importantly, put your full faith in the Lord and
Amen.
Trust in Him. I think so many times we look to this world for answers. We go to church every single Sunday and we hear a sermon. And in this community, we have 42 churches and probably 42 great sermons every Sunday. We're blessed to be here in Huntsville. But it's not just the information, it's the application of that information is where the transformation starts. And I want to encourage people today to apply what you learn on a Sunday. Apply what you learn here on this show with Kaye's Monday Mindset. Apply that, and then you'll start to see the transformation. So, good word today, Kaye. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
More of them, again, on the website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. And we'll continue our show as we continue promoting and celebrating the good happening here in Huntsville. I did want to mention real quick before we take a break on this segment that this is National Mental Health Awareness Month. I know I've talked about this. This is a great time to remind people that mental health matters just like physical health. You know, I saw something this morning, an ad about there's all these exercises you're supposed to do to get better and feel fit. Well, there's all these different things in life that we're supposed to do, but mental health, I think sometimes we put that to the side. And, you know, a lot of people are carrying much more than they let on. We know of stories of people that we've lost that maybe we didn't even have any idea they were going through something. These are people that show up to work. They may be in a Sunday school class. You never know what people are going through. There's an organization, NAMI, and it says that more than 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experienced mental illness last year. If you look at that number-wise, 1 in 5, it's over 62 million adults here in our country. And so this is something that everyone has dealt with or know of someone who is. And the most important things that we can do to help others is help remove the shame. And we think of when people struggle that they may be weak, and that's not true. And asking for help, and I want to say this. I'm saying this for a reason this morning. To someone out there that may be hurting, asking for help does not mean that you have failed. You think about that. How many times in life do we avoid asking for help because we don't want to feel like we failed or we don't want to feel like we don't know something? Well, when it comes to this, ask for help. You have not failed. And friends, if you're listening today and maybe you feel overwhelmed, I want to remind you that you are certainly not alone. There is help available. I'm so thankful that we do have this system here in the U.S. You can call or text 988. That is the suicide hotline, the mental health awareness hotline. The number is 988. You can call or text that anytime, day or night, to get support through that number. It's the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. So I just wanted to leave that with folks before we take a break. We will step aside. We'll have more as we continue on. It is your show here on a
Marvelous Monday.
marvelous.
I would go with magnificent, but okay.
Okay. All right, Rick. Magnificent Monday. Hey, we'll take a break. We'll stay on the radio. We've got some great stuff happening with our local 4-H here in Walker County. More to come as we continue celebrating and promoting the good. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be back in a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back as we continue on this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us here on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Underwriting support for this program made possible in part by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, online at tomorrowspromise.info. We decided to keep things here on the radio today as we have a very important guest. As always, it's fun to have folks here in the studio. They don't get the horn over there. One, it's on the table away from us, but two, y'all have been on the show before. We did bring back the horn, Kaye, by the way. Sounds like a dead duck, though. It's somewhere. Rick's over there playing already, as producer. But we have our friends here from 4-H. Kristy Titzman joining us this morning, along with Samantha.
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
Samantha, what's your last name?
Oh, that's okay.
I forgot.
Smith. Very simple. You could have just.
Yeah, I should have known that. Samantha's here. By the way, I haven't been logging my miles, so I need to catch up on that.
You're about to lose them. You only have like the 10-day grace period.
Yeah, the walk across Texas. So.
Yes.
Well, good to see you guys. I know Denise was supposed to be here. She's not here, but y'all are with 4-H. And Kristy, we'll start with you. It's been a while since you've been on. How have you been? What's going on?
Busy. I don't think we ever slow down in the 4-H world these days.
Yeah, and Samantha, I know you've been busy as well. I mentioned the walk. They've been doing something cool, Kaye. It's walk across Texas where you have to earn miles.
Yes. No, that has been that's been super fun. We're almost done. Actually, end of this month we'll be wrapping up I think it's the 31st.
Wow.
8 weeks flew by.
It did.
It went quick. And who's winning? How many? We have like 120 miles in our group.
You are way behind.
Yeah, I know.
So we have two different leagues. So our community league, I think our highest one has like 1,500 miles. And then our county employee league, the judge's office has like close to 2,000.
Wow.
Which judge is this?
The county judge.
Good night. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're doing it because it's the judge. I mean, they're doing it legally.
Everyone bought like walking pads. Like it's a whole thing.
It's a real competition.
People are getting competitive.
Yeah, well, that's good. Like I said, we have 130 miles. Kaye puts in about 20,000 steps a day, so we should have had her on our team.
You should have put her on your team, honestly.
Yeah.
Those daycare workers, I respect them. Their feet must be hurting.
Well, we do have a lot going on with our local 4-H program. I know you guys are here representing that with Texas AgriLife and all the awesome things going on in Walker County. Kristy, maybe just lead in and let us know what's happening, and then we'll kind of bounce back and forth with Samantha.
Yeah, so, a lot of people think that we slow down over the summer because school's out and maybe kids aren't as busy, but that's really not what it is with 4-H. That seems to be our true busy season because that's when kids are available and we can do things. So we are kicking off things actually next week. We're having a couple of fundraisers because the following week we're taking about 18 kids to State 4-H Roundup in College Station. So we stay we have their room and board for the week. So they're raising funds to try to offset some of the costs. So we have a pulled pork sandwich fundraiser coming up. It'll be Wednesday the 27th, and we take those pre-orders and then we deliver all around town. So if anybody's interested in having lunch delivered that day, we would be happy to serve you.
And it is a plate lunch. Like you get the pulled pork sandwich, the fixins, like the pickles and onions and all of that, plus like chips and a cookie. Yeah, so it's a plate.
We'll bring it right to you.
And just letting folks know, too, the 4-H is a nonprofit organization. And
Absolutely.
so, we definitely want to promote what y'all are doing here in the community. One more time, Samantha, just so folks, I don't want to gloss over that, the day and the time and where folks can get this meal and let us know a little bit about those details one more time.
Yeah, so it's next Wednesday, the 27th, and it's $12 a plate. And we or the kids or somebody from our office will personally deliver it to you. I mean, if you want to come pick it up, you're more than welcome to, but we'll deliver your lunch.
Starting about 11:30 that day.
Awesome. Well, Kristy, highlight some more just about the 4-H and the programs. We always have new folks that are joining us here on the show, and there may be people out there that have said, we've heard of the 4-H before, but we're not particularly sure about what you do. So this will give some insight as to what this fundraiser goes to help and support.
Yeah, so 4-H is a lot, okay? So it's really hard to summarize in one little bit of information, but it's a youth organization officially for kids in grades 3 through 12. Saying that, though, we have a Clover Kids program for those in kindergarten through second grade that we also serve. So pretty much any school-age kid. and it gives them the opportunity to explore different interests that they may have to see if it's something, for career exploration or just to learn more about certain subjects. So here in Walker County, we have about 27 different clubs these days. The vast majority of them are project-based, meaning whatever project area they're interested in learning about, it's based just on that. In a lot of other counties, they're community clubs, meaning it's all different projects and it's based around the community that they're in. So we're a little bit different here in Walker County. We have all of our shooting sports clubs, so archery, rifle, and shotgun.
Rick is perking up over there. He'd like to get involved.
And we are always looking for volunteers to work with kids with these clubs, just throwing that out there too. We have all of our animal-based projects, so horse club, rabbit, poultry, swine, beef, commercial heifer, all kinds of different animal-based clubs. But on top of that, we also have other opportunities for them to participate in project areas. So one that comes to mind for me is consumer education. So what that one is they're learning how to properly buy things. How do you go comparison shop when you go to the store? So they're learning life skills that will, that they're going to be using as adults, and they don't even realize what they're doing, because a lot of times we're teaching them through a competition of some sort, right? So we have this contest, it's consumer decision making. We give them a scenario, and it may say Samantha needs to buy a new workout outfit of some sort, and she likes it to be, she's going to run, so she wants to make sure that she's outdoors, it's going to be light colored, and it's going to need to be moisture wicking, whatever the scenario might be, and then they give them 4 options and they have to rank them. So they're learning life skills that they don't even realize it is. They're just trying to get the answer right, to compete against their friends. Mm-hmm. But we have all kinds of different opportunities that they get to be a part of as they get into 4-H. So when I say it's a lot, it can be a lot.
Yeah.
You just learn the things that you would like to learn out of it.
Kristy, what's your kind of your role, your title with 4? I know in the organization, I mean, you guys pretty much kind of do whatever needs to be done, but what's your official role with 4-H?
My official role is County Extension Agent for 4-H and Youth Development.
Okay, awesome. Well, I know you guys do incredible work. The 4-H is such a great program. It's cool to be here on a Monday, too, because I've learned a lot about the Montessori method. And you think about hands-on. Well, Kaye, here's 4-H. I mean, they're doing a lot of hands-on things as well. I think it kind of ties right into that method as well.
Yeah, I'm fascinated listening to everything that they do.
Samantha, I didn't even realize, when Denise was here, she was talking about like a photography part of 4-H, which was really interesting to hear about that the kids are getting involved with.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Kristy said, a lot of people, whenever they think of 4-H, they automatically think, okay, it's an animal project, and that's far from it. Like yes, animals are a big part of it. Livestock is a big part of 4-H, but there's photography, there's food and nutrition, there's robotics. What are some other ones?
So your traditional horticulture or quilting, sewing, fashion. Of course, they're getting leadership skills out of all of these things, because the way the 4-H model is built is that you have caring adults that work with these youth, right? And then you're raising these youth up who then turn back around and give back to their communities, right? And they're doing that even as children by teaching the younger ones within their club. Yeah. So leadership skills are definitely gained through pretty much any aspect of 4-H.
Yeah, I mean, we even have like some of our adult leaders are like Walker County 4-H alumni.
Oh, definitely.
So they come back and they're pouring back into the youth the stuff that they learned.
I'm sitting here thinking, obviously, there's got to be some opportunities for organizations to partner with what y'all do as well. Can you maybe, I know I'm just kind of spitballing this one at you, but can you maybe highlight, maybe there's an organization, maybe like a Montessori school or some organization says, hey, we'd like to get involved. We would like to somehow support or be a part of these programs. How does that kind of work?
So an easy way to partner with any of those would be to have a club or a club type setting at any of these clubs, like an after school organization or any kind of a thing where we just bring in and we introduce them to some of these project areas. So, I mean, we aren't experts in everything, but between all of us in the office, we do have a lot of expertise that we can bring out and do workshops or programs or things that, we're just introducing kids to new things that they may not get on the daily basis.
So these programs would physically come to the location. It's not like that could be a possibility.
Correct.
Awesome. Are there organizations right now, Samantha, that you guys currently partner with and do some of those kind of things?
Yeah, there's a lot of different schools that have their after school programs. We have we have Branded for Christ. There's the charter school, right?
Creed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ignite.
Yes. Sorry. There's a lot. Kristy, honestly, 4-H, Kristy, that's your girl.
So we do have
I just wanted to bring you back in.
Oh, I appreciate it.
We do have some clubs at these schools where that is what we've got volunteers that work with the kids at the schools on different project areas. Another aspect of what we do just on a normal basis is curriculum enrichment in any of our schools. So food and nutrition is always one that can be hit up, be used and is beneficial to any kid. And then we do some hatching in the classroom lessons where we teach, we come in for 3 weeks, I guess, and we're hatching eggs in the incubators so they're getting some agricultural education, but at the same time we cover food and nutrition with that. So we're teaching them where, about the chicken and about the egg and how aspects of that fit into our nutrition too on our daily meals.
Yeah, but we even have a homeschool, the homeschool community. We have a club that they come to our office once a month, and it's kind of the same thing. They're exposed to all of the different aspects of Walker County 4-H.
That's awesome. Well, there is so much. My nieces actively participated in 4-H when they were living in South Dakota, and they grew up there. That's where my sister lived for many years, and I know my children absolutely loved the 4-H. In fact, my little niece Zoe got into archery from 4-H. She had her own little bow and arrow and stuff, which was really cool. So there's a lot of opportunities
For sure.
here locally. Check them out on Facebook. It is on. I just put it on the screen there behind Samantha. Facebook.com/Walker CO4H. So Walker County, but Walker CO4H is where you can go and connect on Facebook. Again, this fundraiser coming up next Wednesday. Is that right? The 27th. So come out, be a part of this, help support these programs. And can people can they donate online, or do they just donate when they show up that day? How does all that work again?
We really don't have a way to donate online, but they can that day, or we can take pre-orders would be the easiest way to do it. You could just call us at the extension office and we'll get you down and what time you want your plates delivered and get it to you.
Samantha has a smoker going, getting it ready. Are you
Exactly.
the one?
Yeah, I'm out there slaving away all day, making pork butt.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, Samantha, before we go, maybe just I'll start with you, just any final comments. It's great to have you all today. We appreciate you all very much.
Yeah, just real quick, we do have, like Kristy said, summer is our busy time, so we do have some 4-H day camps coming up. We have some different dates. So June 16th, 17th, and 18th, we have our Kids in the Kitchen. We'll have... On the 16th, we're doing a sourdough basics, and that's for kindergarten through 12th grade. June 17th and 18th, we're doing the same thing 2 days in a row, but just for 2 different age groups. So on the 17th, we're doing cakes and cookies, but that's for K through 5. So finishing kindergarten through finishing 5th grade. And then the 18th is, again, cakes and cookie decorating, but that one's for our older kids, for our 6th grade through 12th grade. June 30th, we have line dancing. Kristy, if you want to know how to line dance, Kristy knows all of them. And so we'll have a line dance camp, and that's for grades K through 12. July.
Adult version of that.
We get that question every time. We did do that with some of the Walk Across Texas. Samantha does midday miles on Tuesdays. And we actually did do some line dancing for adults.
Yeah, the Howdy Health portal, they give you a lot of miles for line dancing. They know how out of breath you are after one dance. July 1st is Hook and Habitat, which is basically just wildlife and fisheries. We're doing that at the state park. July 2nd is an advanced photography workshop, which is going to be for 6th grade through 12th grade, kind of with prior experience working with cameras, because they are going to be going over some more in-depth topics. July 9th, I'm doing a CPR and first aid certification course. So that's going to be for
cool.
ages 13 and up because, the babysitters, that's whenever they're going to start. I know it's later in the summer, but they'll at least have it.
We got those babysitters case starting like every week at our house.
But yeah, so we're going to do a CPR and first aid class for them. July 16th, we're doing an adulting 101 for ages 13 and up. So we're going to do anything from like how to change a tire, how to check your oil, how to address a envelope, just
cool.
different things, different life skills that I feel like kids don't necessarily learn anymore. Like, I don't know how many kids we have come to the office with like their thank you letters for the fair, and they're like, how do I address this envelope?
Or how to write a check.
Exactly. How interview skills, how to put together a resume, different life skills, budgeting. July 23rd and 24th, we're doing a 2-day grilling workshop. You can sign up for one day. You can sign up for both days. But on the 23rd, we're going to be doing fruits, veggies, rubs, and marinades, and that's grades 5 through 12. And then on the second day, July 24th, we're doing grilling and smoking proteins, and that's the same grades 5 through 12. And then our last day is just a camp for our Clover kids, which is our starting kindergarten through starting third grade. And they'll just have a fun little time on July 30th.
My goodness, it sounds like there is so much going on, Kristy. This is
and there's
great.
actually more because we have our master gardeners out of the office, and they're doing 2 different camps. So one is Camp Bookworm. So it's going to be horticulture based, but it's going to be literacy. So it's going to have a literacy component to it. And that one is going to be from 8 to noon on June 1st through 4th. So it's 4 days long. And then we're going to have a Camp Wildlife Gardener. So they teach them all about wildlife and gardening and those 2 things together. And it's going to be June 9th through the 11th from 8 to noon.
Well, where can that graphic you have, Samantha, I see it on your phone there. Where can folks find that at?
Our Facebook page, honestly, have that's blasted on our Facebook page. All of this, I think we'll make sure it's pinned to the top too, just so it's easy to find. It has all of the costs for it. It has the link to sign up.
And actually pinned at the top of our Facebook page right now is a newsletter sign up list. And if you get that, if you just sign yourself up for that, you're not committing yourself to anything except getting emails about all of the different things that we do.
And that will include information on how to sign up, pay for these camps, all that.
Every bit of it.
Awesome.
Yes. No, and all of it, and literally you can sign up for every single one of these on the same website. Yeah,
Awesome.
the same link. There's not 17 different links. It's all on the same one. So we made it kind of as easy as possible to get people signed up.
Kaye, it's so positive to have y'all, but I'm gonna be honest, Kaye, I'm kind of bummed out.
That's for kids.
Quit comparing yourself.
Yeah. I'm bummed out. See, Samantha, I'm bummed out because it's for kids. So can y'all do
get that a lot.
Yeah.
We do.
I want to go to all this stuff. You know how cool this would be? Like, maybe I'll even go to the adulting 101 classes.
There's something called work we have to do.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this is a part of our job, so we get to have fun while we're doing it.
Well, I think it's great work that y'all do. We appreciate the 4-H Club so much, and I think on a Monday it's just so perfect. It ties into everything that we talk about here on Mondays. You know, we talk a lot of education and childhood literacy and those kind of things, and I can definitely see a lot of opportunities for people to not only come and volunteer and be involved, but also for their children, which is what y'all do it for, to get the kids involved and the young kids and the teenagers. Mm-hmm. Boy, there's something to do every day this summer, it feels like.
It is a busy summer
For sure.
Yeah. Well, Kristy, before we go, maybe just any final comments from you? It's great to have you today.
No, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. We're looking forward to all of these things that we have planned over the summer. I know it sounds like we've got a lot planned, but we're excited about them. The kids thoroughly enjoy them. I know we laughed about the line dance camp, but I think this will be year number 16 for that line dance day camp.
Oh, that's cool.
Every year we've done one, and kids love them. It just gets them ready for school dances or prom or 4-H dances, whatever it might be, all in a fun, getting them moving kind of a thing. So it's not all about the dancing. It's just getting the kids, to do some exercise, really.
How many young people would you say y'all have going through the 4-H programs? I mean, it sounds like there's got to be a lot.
So right now we truly have 475 members. That is what we have this current year signed up right now.
Just in Walker County?
Just in Walker County.
How cool is that?
Yeah, no, it's very cool. Kristy has really poured into this organization and really try to make it make it the best. Like she's pouring into the kids, pouring into the whole thing. I mean, it's been great to watch her work.
Yeah, and it's not like y'all's office. Y'all don't have like 30 or 40 people work. I mean,
there's 6 of us.
I was going to say it's a small but mighty 6 over there at the office. So, well, Kaye, do you have any questions or maybe anything for our friends from 4-H? Great program today.
Very good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, you bet. Well, guys, come back anytime. And please, pin those other ones to the top of your Facebook. We have a summer camp guide that we put together every year. And on Hello Huntsville, we're going to get that thing updated. We'll put all of that information and put it in our newsletter as well. But, friends, I encourage you, go to their Facebook page, facebook.com/WalkerCO4H. And you can find all the information. Sign up for that newsletter. And I guarantee your young children will not be bored this summer. Plenty to do. So, all right. Well, thank y'all very much, ladies. Y'all come back anytime, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
All righty. Well, we'll step aside. We'll take a break as we continue promoting and celebrating the good here in our community. It's Rick and Kaye's Top 10 coming up when we come back. Stay with us. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a very, very marvelous Monday. For those of you on the radio, we're going to head back over to music and programming. For the rest of you, stay on social media as we will continue the show. We'll be back in a moment. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
Hey friend, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to let you know that Elliott's Jewelers right here in Huntsville, they're celebrating World Diamond Day all month long with a special annual diamond event. Right now, through May the 31st, you can save 30% on in-stock diamond jewelry valued at $3,000 or more. So whether you're shopping that perfect gift for your mother, an anniversary, an engagement ring, or a gift that says more than words can, Elliott's Jewelers offers personalized service by appointment only. They also offer custom designs, jewelry repair, gold buying, appraisals, and restoration. You can book your appointment today at Elliott's Jewelers right here in Huntsville. Visit them online to book that appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, hey Kaye. No, Cindy, true, Barrett, radar.
From Huntsville, Texas, hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
Now you know what time it is. All of you have been waiting all weekend with anticipation. Humbled, that's not the right word. Rick will help me in a minute, but you've been waiting all weekend, wondering, boy, I can't wait till Monday.
With bated breath.
Yes, because it's now time for Rick
And Kaye's
Top 10. Rick, you got it. Take it away.
It's National Day of a lot of things, but today we're going to celebrate National No Dirty Dishes Day. And the number 10 reason for that, pardon me, the official paper plate picnic. We spread a blanket in the backyard and used disposables all day.
Fancy.
It's not fancy, it's strategic survival, woman.
Strategic? Last time you dropped yours and the dog had a 3-course meal.
Well, moving on. Number 9, order takeout like royalty. Let someone else cook, serve, and clean up. Extra sauce packets for the win.
This is the way.
I'm the guy who still forgets to tip and acts shocked when the driver looks disappointed.
Exactly. Royalty with terrible manners.
Number 8, host a finger foods only feast. Sandwiches, fruit, veggie sticks, eat with your hands like civilized cavemen.
Finally, a meal where I don't have to say, use your fork every 30 seconds.
I do use my fork when you're watching.
That explains the mysterious stains on every shirt you own.
Number 7, go out to eat and linger. Turn lunch or dinner into a long, relaxing date and let the restaurant do everything.
I could get used to that lifestyle.
Don't. Our sink gets lonely and starts sending me guilt texts at night.
Good. Maybe it'll finally get a day off.
Number 6, breakfast in bed on napkins. Muffins, bananas, breakfast tacos, all served on one big napkin.
This is how kings live.
Kings who mysteriously never do laundry, apparently.
Exactly. The kingdom has very, very low standards.
Number 5, declare a kitchen closed for business sign. Hang up a note and all meals happen anywhere but the kitchen.
Official business only after May 19th.
I give it until 7 a.m. before you catch me sneaking in for a coffee like a guilty raccoon.
I'll be waiting with the camera, ready for evidence.
Number 4, use edible dishes. Bread bowls, lettuce wraps, ice cream cones. The dish is the meal.
Genius.
It's pretty smart for a man currently wearing half his taco like a badge of honor.
A badge you'll be scrubbing out of your shirt tomorrow.
Number 3, picnic at the park or even the living room floor. Eat straight from the container like sophisticated people.
Feels like we're on vacation.
A vacation where I don't hear any nagging about the sink.
Enjoy it while it lasts, dear.
Number 2, the great eat over the sink challenge. Stand in the sink and eat messy food so drips go straight down the drain.
This one's efficient.
This one is exactly why we can't have nice things or white shirts.
At least the floor stays clean for once.
And the number 1 way, do absolutely nothing in the kitchen all day. Relax, watch movies, nap, and let the sink stay gloriously empty.
They ever invented. Or just take me out to eat.
Agreed.
Oh, there you go. Rick.
And Case.
Top 10 on National No Dirty
So I have a
Dishes.
question about this, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Is it more fun when I do it as a surprise to you or when I email you?
No, I like it when it's a surprise. Yeah, please surprise it. It's great. Today
That way you
is,
can't censor it.
yeah. Yeah, and since Josh isn't here, he can't hit that beep. You know, he has that button now. We can't do that.
Can't beat me up?
He cannot. Hey, you know what else today is?
What?
National Visit Your Relatives Day.
Yeah, I saw that one too, but
And so we want to open up the comment line. What relatives do you not want to visit? No, I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm not going to go
See,
down.
that's why I didn't do that one.
But it is, yeah, National Visit Your Relatives Day. We'll see family enough anymore, so someone decided we need to go make a national day for it so we can make sure we go visit our relatives.
I actually go visit mine more than they come to visit me.
Where are most of your relatives? Are your relatives local, or are they?
They're mostly in Amarillo.
In Amarillo, that's right. And yours are mainly in Oklahoma, right? So do y'all have family like close here to Huntsville?
Yeah, my sister moved here recently.
Because of you?
No, I don't think that's what it was.
She said, well, Rick's over there.
I think she's in the witness relocation program. So.
Ah, okay. And her name is Isabel Smith.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Quote.
Most of our children are within a couple hours.
Yeah, that's, 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4, sorry.
3 out of 4.
Here's a question for y'all. How far away is too far away for family? How far? Because someone the other day was telling me that they wanted to move closer to their family because their parents were an hour and 20 minutes away. And I was like, that's pretty close.
We used to go visit our parents, and they're 8 hours away.
Yeah, was that?
Well, we still go visit our
Well,
mom.
it's 9 now.
Yeah.
But is that too far, or is that okay?
No. I mean, it wouldn't hurt my feelings any if it's closer, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think like when we were in North Dakota, that was too far away.
Yeah, but you can fly then.
Well, yeah.
We're going to a wedding in Colorado.
I had a job then where I could afford to fly. So y'all go into Colorado, y'all are going to a wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
My cousin, my nephew is getting married.
That's for me, I think 3 hours is a good distance. 3 hours. If it's
So
anything farther,
Dallas?
yeah, it's about Dallas would be, because that's a good day drive. A good day drive. Now, if you like Oklahoma, I know y'all go up there and visit family. That's a long drive, and that's not one that you could just on the whim wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, I think we're going to go to Oklahoma today." You got to plan a little.
Well,
bit,
we
right?
can, but people get upset when you don't show up for meetings.
I think like if you could day trip it, then it's an adequate time.
I agree, but we chose to move here, so.
One final discussion before we go, because you had mentioned a wedding in Colorado, and I thought about this. Is it now? This isn't pertaining to your nephew. This is different family, but is it rude for somebody to have a wedding, a destination wedding in another country, and then want you to be in the wedding? Is that rude?
Unless they're going to pay for it, yes.
Okay, exactly. I had a friend who wanted to get married in Jamaica and wanted me to be the best man in his wedding. And I knew he wasn't going to pay for it, and I really didn't have money to pay for it. And luckily he changed his mind and decided to have it right down the street.
Well, that's good.
So that is my thought to leave you with. Is it rude to have a destination wedding and invite people to be in the wedding but not pay for it?
I think it is, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I've been a best man 7 times, and I've never had to do that.
Kaye, you're going to be the potential tiebreaker on this. Do you think it's rude? Yes or no?
I'm not sure rude's the right word. If you want people to come to your wedding, then you should have it closer.
Okay. All right. So rude.
I think it's rude.
Rude, maybe not the right word, but Kaye is in agreement with us. 3-0 is where we're at. So
next time I get married, I'm having a destination wedding.
Next time?
Yeah. We have a 25th anniversary coming up.
That's not next time you get married. That's like a redoing of your vows.
Oh,
well, that's
I thought it was the same thing, but okay.
But the thing is if I was going to have a destination wedding, I would pay for the people that I asked to be in the wedding.
You just said if you wanted people to show up,
well,
and I'm thinking I'll just have a destination wedding. Nobody show up.
Yeah,
I mean, it just. If you're going to have a destination wedding, you're spending a lot of money to do that. You're going to have a lot of money, and you just pay for everybody.
I have no desire to have a destination.
Same.
I mean, me either. But if I was going to do something like that, I would say that you should pay for it.
Yeah, I'd invite like -4 people to not have it. Well, before we go, so a really important topic. I wanted to have a little fun, lighthearted segment, but this is really something serious. Kaye, there is a lot going on at the school, and I wanted to make sure that we highlight some opportunities, because maybe people out there don't realize that there's opportunities to get a tremendous discount, or maybe even get their child care at no cost. The voucher program is going, the TIFA eligibility is there. Highlight some of those opportunities, and I really want people this morning, if you've got children, you're thinking about, man, I really need to get them plugged in somewhere, get them involved in a school. Tomorrow's Promise is an excellent choice. There are many opportunities there to get involved, as I said, at a discounted rate, or maybe even at no cost, Kaye.
Yeah, we have a public pre-K partnership. So if you have a child that's going to be 3 by September 1st, you could possibly qualify for free pre-K. And the 3-year-olds is from 8 to 12, and then the 4-year-olds are from 8 to 3. That's free. It's based on income, homelessness, which sometimes homelessness can be you are living with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
You can't afford a house on your own. And so there's a lot of things that fall under the definition of homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, if you're military, there's a whole bunch of different ways to qualify for the free pre-K. And then there were several people, 221 in Huntsville, that got approval for the TIFA funds.
Wow.
And that is a voucher program being offered by the state. And you can actually go online and start your application for next year. But that starts at pre-K also. And those funds, once you're approved for it, stay with you for your child's school life until they graduate. And there's several different. The first tier is special needs, and any siblings get approved. And then the second tier is based on income, and then the third tier is a little bit higher income, and then the fourth tier is anybody. But the state has taken how many people have applied this year, and they're going to take it into the legislature to see about getting more money for next year. So what we're telling everybody is go apply, even for next year. If you didn't make it for this year, apply again for next year, because that's showing the state that people are interested in having an option besides just the public school system.
I wanted to mention something real briefly, Kaye. You mentioned something really important about the tiers, the first tier, special needs, and the siblings. And so if you applied this year and did not get approved, don't get discouraged, because they are rolling some of this out in some phases, as I understand.
There's a wait list, and people need to check their emails and things like that, because they'll be getting an email that tells them where they're at on the wait list. So that if you get an email that says you're 1 to 1,000, I have a friend that got hers and she's like at 50,000. But the thing is that there's people that applied that they may be enrolled in public school right now, and if they don't disenroll from public school, then they're not allowed to take the TIFA grant. So they have to make a choice of what school they're going to go to. And there's other people that may decide that they, say, for example, they signed up for private school and then they want to homeschool. Well, the private school gets more money than if you're going to homeschool. Homeschool parents get $2,000. So there's different options. People change their mind and decide they don't want to do a private school. So that frees up people on the waiting list. So just even if you're on the waiting list, don't be discouraged, because there's going to be some people that for whatever reason change their mind and don't use the scholarship money.
Yeah, see, I'm so glad that I was talking to Miss Charlotte there at the academy, and she had brought that to my attention, because I said, well, I'm discouraged because we didn't get that first approval. She goes, no, just they're rolling this out in phases, and so I wanted to make very clear that we discuss this so that folks don't get discouraged. There is an opportunity to help, and for our family, if we got that would be a huge blessing, honestly. Just financially, it would be incredible, and there's a lot of people that need help, and so we're fortunate to live in a state to where people are able to get assistance where they need it. So I think it's great.
And the thing is every place that the voucher systems have been in place, it's actually helped improve the public school system. Mm-hmm. And one of the things my dad always told me was competition makes you better. And so if we have some competition, then all the children will benefit from it.
Yeah. I think about a airline that just shut down, and it's made all the other airlines better now. Kind of has the name of our radio station.
Yeah, I've noticed.
We didn't own that airline, by the way, Kaye.
That's good. That's good.
There's a push. Some private investors are looking at doing a crowdfund or whatever to get it back going again.
The old thin pancake seats making a return. You feel the rivets when you sit down on the seats. Those are great ones, buddy. I'll tell you.
Well, at least you had a cover on your seat.
Yeah, I brought my mom's crocheted blanket, for extra padding. Well, Kaye, thank you so much for what you do. I say this often, but I don't think folks realize, again, as we talked about today, the work that goes in behind the scenes. I don't think a lot of folks realize the hard work that goes on behind the scenes that Kaye does, and her vision, and that staff and what they do. It's so easy that when a child gets a bump or a bruise, which children are going to do that. My kids get scraped and bruised all the time. That people say, well, my child got this or that. Things happen. But I'll tell you what, Kaye and her staff have taken a lot of bumps and scrapes and bruises over the years for all of y'all's hard work behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that y'all have had to work hard and overcome and learn and grow, and that's why our children aren't tomorrow's promise. They're thriving. My daughter, the other day, I don't know if I mentioned this last week. Maybe I did. She was reciting the national anthem out of nowhere, or the Pledge of Allegiance. Mm-hmm. She was reciting it out of nowhere. I was like, where'd you learn it? At school. And the other day, we counted to 40. She's not even 5 years old yet, not even in kindergarten. And we play a game called the number game, and I'll say 1, she says 2, and we just go back and forth. And, for adults, that could be really annoying, but for an adult with a child, it's really fun. And
so did she know anything after 40, or did she just get bored?
Yeah, she probably got bored. She's wandered off into space. But I will say this, Kaye, behind the scenes, those staff is working tremendously hard, being proactive, thinking about the future. And making was set up to participate in these programs that the state is offering. There's a lot to be said about that. There's a lot of institutions and facilities that are just that. They're an institution or facility. They are not a childhood education center. And you guys are being proactive, and I think that's something that we all need to celebrate and be thankful for, because we've got it right here in Walker County.
Oh, it was a lot of work a lot of back work to get to where we could offer it.
Yeah.
So
interviews.
A lot of work.
I remember interviews. I heard about the interviews, and it's not just like you sign up and hey, everything's cool. You got to be interviewed. You got to submit paperwork. I mean, there's a lot.
And actually, the state has thrown one more step in, and it's all this fraud that's started in Minnesota and stuff. They will be having a person come out and go through all the sensors.
That's good.
And make sure that, we have children and what we're doing and stuff like that. So the state is doing its due diligence to make sure that the TIFA funds will be used appropriately.
So that way, whenever Annie's little aunt applies for the grant and they get it, and then the inspector shows up and they literally have little ants that they don't get the funds, you know? So, Annie, sorry, the little ant program has been shut down. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there.
I like it.
It's kind of funny. So, there's also a reason that the Timberwolves lost against the Spurs. I'll just leave it at that. Minnesota Timberwolves. Anyways, Kaye, any final thoughts before we wrap up today? Sorry, Brian, if you're listening from Fargo. I love you, man. Any final thoughts, Kaye?
Y'all have a great week, and don't compare yourself to other people.
That's right. Rick, I'm going to stop comparing myself to you.
Well, that's good because I compare myself to you all the time.
I know. Rick and I have that problem. Like, he'll call me and I'll be like, oh, Rick, I saw that. Boy, I wish I could do that. And then Rick says, oh, I saw that. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And then, then we get kind of in a roadblock.
We have a bromance.
The cat is out of the bag. All right. With that, Kaye, it's time to wrap this show
I
up.
think I need to leave the room.
Yeah, the friendship is over, Rick. Sorry.
Is it?
Quit comparing yourself to me.
I'm sorry.
I'll quit
can't help it.
I'll quit comparing myself to you.
Okay.
No, hey, friends, go out today. Make today a great day. God has given us such a beautiful day and an opportunity to just be a blessing to somebody else. And so use the gifts that He has given you to be that blessing to somebody else. As I end every show reminding you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Big thanks again to Elliott's Jewelers, Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and also our streaming provider, HMH, Huntsville Memorial Hospital for Healthcare in Walker County, Huntsville Memorial Hospital. We appreciate them sponsoring providing our stream services. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless. And Kaye and Rick, see you later. See you, Rick.
Bye, Rob. I'll miss you.